and welcome to my channel. If you have found yourself here, I imagine it's because you are one of the autumn people, to quote Ray Bradbury, thinking only autumn thoughts. And so, in this episode today, I thought that I could gift you with an autumnal sound bath. But before we get to that, I would like to read a couple of passages to you from Ray Bradbury's From the Dust Returned. So, From the Dust Returned is a book about a strange family similar to the Addams Family, and it talks about they're planning this big Halloween party. It's going to be a family reunion, and it all converges on Halloween. And this is my cat, Toby. And it talks about the genesis of the family, their history, but also it talks about the history of their strange house. And so that's the passage that I would like to read to you now about how the house came to be. There was only a place on the long plain of grass, and a hill on which was nothing at all but more grass, and a tree that was as crooked as a fork of black lightning, on which nothing grew until the town came and the house arrived. It seems there was a wind that rose over the plains, bringing with it a gentle rain that turned into a storm that funneled a hurricane of great strength. Between midnight and dawn, this portmanteau storm lifted any movable object between the fort towns of Indiana and Ohio, stripped the forests of Upper Illinois, and arrived over the as yet unborn site, settled, and with the level hand of an unseen God, deposited shakeboard by shakeboard and shingle by shingle, an arousal of timber that shaped itself long before sunrise as something dreamed of by Ramses, but finished by Napoleon fled from dreaming Egypt. There were enough beams within to roof St. Peter's, and enough windows to sunblind a bird migration. There was a porch skirted all around with enough space to rock a celebration of relatives and boarders. Inside the windows loomed a cluster, a hive, a maze of rooms, sufficient to a roster, a squad, a battalion, as of yet unborn legions, but haunted by the premise of their coming. The house, then, was finished and capped before the stars dissolved into light, and it stood alone on its promontory for many years, somehow failing to summon its future children. There must be a mouse in every warren, a cricket on every hearth, smoke in the multitudinous chimneys, and creatures, almost human, icing every bed. Then, mad dogs in yards, live gargoyles on roofs. All waited for some immense thunderclap of the long-departed storm to shout, "Begin!" And finally, many long years later, it did. Again, those are a couple of excerpts from this gorgeous book, From the Dust Returned by Ray Bradbury. Now, I want you to imagine the most perfect, the most beautiful, breezy, sunny autumn day. You can smell kettle corn and cider donuts and wood smoke in the air. The temperature is in the mid-50s, and you are wearing your coziest sweater, and you have a large cup of hot apple cider in hand. The air is full of magic. As you make your way to the enchanted corn maze, the wind rustles through the corn, and the reedy sound is like nature's orchestra, playing directly to your heart.